The film begins with Sergei Kravinoff, known as Kraven the Hunter, being transported to a Russian prison. After subduing 2 inmates outside, he's taken to meet crime boss Semyon Chorny. When Kraven reveals his identity, Chorny dismisses the hunter as nothing more than a myth. In response, Kraven rips a tooth from a tiger skin rug and uses it to brutally attack Chorny's men before stabbing Chorny in the neck. He kills another inmate and uses the body as a decoy to execute his escape. The story then flashes back 16 years, introducing a young Sergei and his brother Dmitry. They are picked up from school by their father, Nikolai Kravinoff, a powerful mob boss. Nikolai delivers grim news. Their mother has died by suicide, something Sergei blames on him. Nikolai takes his sons on a hunting expedition, joined by his crew and Alexei Sitsevich, a man eager to join Nikolai's criminal empire. However, Nikolai sees no value in him. Nearby, a teenage girl named Calypso Azili is reading tarot cards with her grandmother. During the hunt, the group encounters a lion that viciously attacks Sergei. Calypso witnesses the incident and treats his wounds. As a drop of the lion's blood enters Sergei's body, it begins to alter his DNA. Though doctors later pronounce him dead, the transformation takes effect, and Sergei comes back to life. Nikolai quickly takes Sergei home after reviving him. However, Sergei soon decides to run away, leaving Dmitry behind to face their father alone. He escapes into the woods but eventually finds himself in an open field during a wildebeest stampede. The herd rushes past him, and one wildebeest, momentarily blocked by Sergei, pauses before continuing once the others have passed. Shortly after, Sergei stumbles upon a gruesome scene. Most of the wildebeests have been slaughtered, their horns removed. Nearby, he encounters 2 hunters who threaten him and demand that he leave. In response, Sergei grabs a knife from the ground and hurls it into the older hunter's head, then brutally kills the younger one with his bare hands. In the present day, Kraven continues targeting criminals with enhanced animalistic traits. Those gifted with heightened senses, a strong connection to animals, and primal instincts. He receives a message from Dmitry, inviting him to his birthday celebration. Later, Kraven intercepts a convoy of mercenaries attempting to enter a wildlife area for illegal hunting. After they proceed, Kraven infiltrates their van and slaughters the entire group, even biting off one man's nose. The leader of the mercenaries flees to his employer, assuming Kraven has been dealt with, only to find Kraven already seated in the boss's chair, having killed him beforehand. Without hesitation, Kraven shoots a crossbow, impaling the leader with a bolt before leaving the scene. Meanwhile, Calypso, now a practicing lawyer, is devastated to learn that her close friend and colleague has been murdered by men working for the criminal Chorny. Kraven approaches her and reveals that he is the boy she once saved. He also confesses that he is now the Hunter, the vigilante responsible for taking down dangerous criminals like Chorny. Alexei, now a mercenary working alongside his associate Bahari, learns of Kraven's violent rise and sees it as the perfect chance to take over Nikolai's criminal empire. Determined to build power, Alexei and Bahari approach various crime lords trying to recruit them. When they refuse, Alexei reveals his terrifying mutation. His skin hardens into an impenetrable armor, transforming him into the Rhino. He normally keeps this transformation at bay with a special serum. To assert dominance, Alexei's gunmen massacre the group, sparing only 2. One of the survivors kills the other to earn Alexei's trust and a place in his ranks. Meanwhile, Nikolai throws a lavish party at a nightclub to celebrate Dmitry's birthday. Dmitry, who works there as a pianist and singer, performs during the event. The newly recruited thug from Alexei's group infiltrates the party and attempts to assassinate Nikolai. But Nikolai turns the tables, using the goon as a human shield just before a violent shootout breaks out, leaving many of Alexei and Nikolai's men dead. Later, Kraven pays an unexpected visit to Dmitry at his apartment. The brothers share a quiet dinner, reconnecting for a brief moment, until Nikolai suddenly arrives and shatters the mood. Not long after, Dmitry is kidnapped by Alexei's men. Kraven gives chase through the city, smashing through windows and scaling buildings in a desperate attempt to rescue his brother, but ultimately fails to stop them. Soon after, Nikolai receives a gruesome package: Dmitry's severed finger. Along with it comes a brutal message. He has 48 hours to deliver a $20 million ransom. Knowing full well that his father won't pay, Kraven turns to Calypso asking for her help to rescue his brother. Aware that Kraven is coming for them, Alexei hires a deadly assassin known only as the Foreigner, a man with the uncanny ability to manipulate time. With his powers, he can perform impossible feats, like snatching a weapon mid-action and using it in the same breath against his enemies. While waiting for the Foreigner's arrival, Alexei reveals his mutation to Dmitri, transforming into the Rhino. He confesses that the transformation causes him intense physical pain, and mentions a doctor in New York, Dr. Miles Warren, who once helped him manage his condition. Meanwhile, Kraven rescues Calypso from an ambush at her law firm, orchestrated by Alexei's men. Together they escape and head into the jungle where Kraven believes Dmitri is being held. Along the way, they encounter a wildcat that Kraven had raised as a cub. After a brief, playful wrestle, they continue their mission. Once the Foreigner reaches the jungle, Alexei's men scout the area and discover Kraven's presence. The assassin confronts Kraven deep in the forest and shoots him with a toxin-laced dart, triggering vivid hallucinations. Kraven imagines himself being swarmed by spiders. 2 more darts bring him to the brink of death, and the Foreigner prepares for the killing blow. Just in time, Calypso fires an arrow straight through the assassin's eye, killing him instantly. She then revives Kraven with a dose of her own voodoo elixir. Meanwhile, Alexei attempts to relocate Dmitri in a heavily armed convoy. Kraven unleashes a stampede of wildebeest to intercept them. During the chaos, Bahari is thrown from the vehicle and gored to death. Alexei, now cornered, gives in fully to his transformation, becoming the Rhino in his most powerful and brutal form. A fierce battle breaks out between Kraven and the Rhino amid the thundering stampede. Kraven struggles to harm his opponent, unable to pierce Rhino's hardened hide. But when Rhino lifts him by the throat, Kraven spots the injection point for the mutation serum. Acting fast, Kraven stabs it, weakening Alexei. He then binds him in wire and hurls him into the oncoming stampede. The raging beasts trample Rhino, and he eventually succumbs to his injuries. Kraven later confronts Nikolai in the woods, revealing that it was Nikolai who sent Alexei the footage of Kraven escaping from prison, deliberately exposing his identity. It becomes clear that Nikolai orchestrated the entire situation to manipulate Kraven into killing Alexei. He knew that Dmitri would be an easy target, and that Kraven would do whatever it took to save his brother, even commit murder. In silent retaliation, Kraven removes the bullets from all of Nikolai's rifles and quietly slips away. Moments later, a bear appears and mauls the now defenseless Nikolai to death. Later, Kraven meets with Dmitri at the nightclub. The 2 brothers clash over the lives they've chosen. Dmitri accuses Kraven of being no different from their father, just another man chasing trophies. As Dmitri begins to walk away, Kraven follows. But when Dmitri turns around, he has transformed. He's now wearing a specialized suit given to him by Dr. Miles Warren, one that allows him to shapeshift into anyone. Dmitri reveals his new identity, the Chameleon. The brothers exchange a final bitter look before parting ways once more. Returning home, Kraven finds a package and a letter waiting for him, from Nikolai. The letter echoes his father's belief that Kraven is, at his core, a hunter just like him. Inside the box, Kraven discovers a vest lined with animal pelt. He puts it on and stands silently staring at his reflection in the mirror.